What is going on, everybody? Today was an amazing day. And what I mean by that is we sold 10 cars today, put up $43,000 in gross. People in the markets, car dealership people are saying, you know what, the gross is down. The gross is not down. It's just a mindset. It all goes back to the person, the leader, setting the tone for the rest of the sales staff. You know, every single day I am upbeat. I am personal. We train every single day. And you know what? Today we had going into it 8 appointments. Just doing half the, always just say half of those people show up. And then, I believe we're going to close almost every person. So just using those numbers, we would sell 2-3 cars. Our sales staff worked extremely hard today, made appointments. We were at 9 cars, and it was right at 7 o'clock, 7:10. And we closed at 8 o'clock. And I said, you know what? Anybody that gets anybody else in today that buys a car, I'm going to give you an added bonus on top of what you would make. And you know what? My man Prince, this individual is going to be very talented in the car business. He was like, hey, I've got an idea. And he called this lady, got her in, and she ended up buying a brand new Malibu. And, the leader sets the tone. I am a firm believer in that. If you have this dealership, the one that I am currently running right now, they sold 80 cars last March. Right now, the 19th of the month, we already have more cars than that. We've already far surpassed their gross. Today, we put up 43K in just one day. In 2 months ago, in January, they only put up 78 in the entire month. And here we are, we did it in half of that, more than half of that in one day. So it all goes back to the leadership. The leadership, you've got to be positive. You got to pump your people up. I told everybody today, I said, you know what? We're going to sell 10 cars today. I said that in the morning meeting, and we have a morning meeting every single day at 9 o'clock. And I told everybody, we're going to sell 10 cars today. We need to sell 10 cars today. And everybody busted their butt. And I mean, it was one of the most positive, electrifying feelings inside the dealership since I've been there. This is my 4th week. And you know what? It was one of the most productive days we've had. And it was just an amazing feeling. So please, if you're watching this, if you're a manager, you got to set the tone, and it's got to be a very positive, upbeat, and you got to set the bar very high. If you're only trying to sell a few cars every day, if your dealership sells 100 cars a month, you're trying to sell 3 or 4, set the bar up here. This dealership was not used to selling 130, 40, 50, 60 cars a month. They was not. And I told him the first month or 2, we're going to get to 150 or very close to it. And here we are, we're pacing that. Without our deposits, we're tracking, roughly speaking, almost 140 cars. With our 7 deposits, we're tracking exactly what I said. And they haven't done that in years. So please, if you're a salesperson watching this, it all goes back to you just believing in yourself, believing that every person that you talk to on the phone, that you do a Facebook marketplace, that you do anything, you do it to the best of your abilities. Do not do things half-ass. Excuse my language, but that's just what a lot of people do in the world in general. So many people, they just accept being mediocre. They accept that $18 an hour job. They never really believe in themselves that they can accomplish as much as they really want to. It's just one of the most satisfying feelings in the world, knowing that me, my boy Nathan, the sales staff, we are already accomplishing so much in such a short amount of time. It's just an amazing feeling. Like, I am still jacked up. When we sold that 10th one, it was one of the best feelings. It's, they're used to selling 60, 70, 80 cars a month. And we sold literally, we're going to sell 30-something, 40 cars this week. I'm pumped up. So please, set the bar very high. Don't let anyone talk you on setting the bar low. If you want to accomplish more, you need to pump up your team. Again, if you're a salesperson, you need to wear the phone out. You need to use Facebook Marketplace. If you are usually a 15 car guy, set the bar at 20 cars or 25 cars. There's no way that I'm going to sell less than 20, 25 cars a month. No shot. And you need to work to getting that and accomplishing that number. So please, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in your sales staff. Believe in the process. Like today, there's a gentleman that works at our Nissan dealership. And this individual came to me. It was probably 3:30, maybe even 4 o'clock. And he said, you know what? I need a TO. And I love, one of my biggest pet peeves in the world, in the car business, is letting people leave without a TO. You better not do it if you work for me. And he came up here, Brent, hey, come out here. And we were walking to them. He was just telling me a little bit about them. And I go up to him, smile, huge ball of energy, greet them, get to know them a little bit before I go into what I want to talk about, where they're from, what kind of work they do. Notice the vehicle you pulled up in. It's a GMC Terrain. How do you like it? How long have you had it? Just all of that. And I said, you know what? This is what I would really like to do. I'm going to help you find the perfect car. How does that sound? And they're like, that sounds great. Follow me this way. And I walked them straight into the dealership. And I literally, as we were walking side by side, arm length right across from each other, I'm still just talking to them, smiling, having a great time, making them laugh. And then they sit down, open the doors, they go in. I was like, I'm going to grab y'all 2 bottles of water. I'll be right back. I went and did that, handed it to them. I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I'll be right back. I go and grab my Foursquare, go and grab a credit application, come back, and I literally flip over the Foursquare and I ask them, so what kind of vehicle do you really want? And again, they just start talking. I want a truck. Why do you want a truck? And they tell me, and I just keep going through the process. And what else would you like? And, we just get to know each other. And, you can't fire question after question after question. I ask a few questions and I tell them a little bit about myself, make them laugh. And then you go back into it, meaning finding more information. And then I said, you know what? This is what I would like to do is I'm going to get a little bit of information from you. And then that's going to allow me to know what kind of overall number that we need to be at that $500 to $600 monthly payment. And then what I'm going to do after that, I'm going to give you some options. How does that sound? Who's going to say no to that? Who doesn't like options? Everybody does, especially if you live in the United States. And they were like, that sounds awesome. Perfect. And then how much money are you putting down? Well, we really didn't even think about that. I completely understand that. How about this? I'll give you some options, but just curious, are you thinking like 1, 2, 3, 4,000? Are you thinking like 5, 10, 15? What are you thinking? They're like, no, we're thinking probably, 2, 3, 4,000. Great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Got their information, go in there, do the credit, give them some options. And then you know what? I walk out. I've got the perfect car for you. Got the perfect. And they say, car? We want a truck. That's just my vocabulary. I apologize. It's a truck. I've already got it pulled up. It's sitting outside. Follow me this way. Took them outside. The doors are already open. They just start walking. They're like, oh my God, this is nice. Absolutely, it's nice. And then I said, how about this? You all take it on a test drive. When you get back, I'll be standing out here. We're going to make this happen. And then they got back from the test drive. As I said, I paid attention when they pulled up, ran out the front door. What'd y'all think? And they're like, yeah, loved it. It was awesome. This is exactly what we want. Perfect. I'm going to show you how simple it is to own this truck. And then they came in. Within no time, I already had everything ready, trade, all of that stuff. And then I presented the numbers, and they're like, okay. Presented the numbers. This is the sales price of the car. This is what you're getting for your trade. This is how much money you're putting down. This is your payments. Can you do that? Well, we really wanted to be a little bit less. And I said, you know what? This is something that the Huffmans do, and that is we give you 3-year scheduled maintenance, oil changes, and tire rotations. The only thing that you're going to be paying for out of pocket, just your monthly payment. Really? Absolutely. That's awesome. And you know what? They did it. And that was an amazing feeling, taking a turnover, a TO, and getting them literally to come in, take control, do the whole process. And they absolutely loved us. Went back to finance, purchased a warranty, left, and, it's, I love talking to people, especially TOs. So if you're watching this and you're a salesperson, TO, every single person, even if the person pulls on your lot in your car, in a car they won't get out, TO a person. I'll grab people out of the car, meaning like I'll just talk to them and then they'll like pull up right there and, that's what you got to do. If you're a manager, you need to TO every single person. I believe in my heart, I'm going to sell everybody. I know it's not going to happen, but I believe I'm going to close everybody. That's just my mindset. My mindset is like, I'm a bad man, as Muhammad Ali would say. I'm a bad man. So please, TO everybody. The mindset, setting the bar extremely high. Any person that if they come on the lot, I believe that I'm going to sell them. So have the right mindset. I hope everybody enjoyed this podcast. I can talk forever about sales. It's literally 10 something. My watch died, my Apple iWatch. So it's late. I'm about to go play with my kids before I call it a night and then get up at 5 o'clock, read, work out, do everything again, start the day over. But this is what I live for. So if you love doing what you do, you won't work a day in your life. I love this. So I hope this brought some value to everybody. I know it did, I should say. So follow me for more. And as I always end the podcast, believe in yourself because I do. Have a great day.